Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Suci Melanie with name 20240100204. I'm from class SD 24A. Primary School Teacher Education Study Program Nusa Putra University. Here, I will present the result of a paper that I have written entitled Constructivism and Behaviorism Learning Theories. Abstract. Learning theory can also be interpreted as a person's perspective on learning, why and how the learning process occurs. There are various views or theories that explain how learning and teaching occur, such as the theories of behaviorism and constructivism. These two theories are contradictory in viewing the concept and learning strategies and the role of teacher in it. Therefore, this paper will try to compare the three concepts above with the aim of wanting to find out the views of behaviorism and constructivism theories on learning strategies and the role of teacher. For the above purpose, the author used the comparative inductive method proposed by Chart. The study of systematic learning strategies is relatively new. Until the late 19th century, learning was considered a problem in the scientific world. Using the technology used by psychists, research tried to connect experience to understand how humans and animals learn. This experience gave birth to a theory that could be applied to human learning. A theory is a systematic interpretation of a file of knowledge. A learning theory has a first function. Learning theory describes the research perspective on the aspects of learning that are most valuable to study, the independent variables that should be manipulated and the dependent variables that should be studied. The research techniques that should be used and what language should be used to describe the findings. Thus, theory functions as a first a, a guide and source of simulation for scientific research and thinking. Second, learning theory attempts to summarize a number of knowledge about the laws of learning into a fairly small space. Third, learning theory creatively attempts to explain what learning is and why learning takes place as it does. Method. This study used a library research method which involves collecting data and information from various written sources such as books, journals, articles, and other documents. This method aims to understand and analyze the concept of learning and teaching based on existing literature. The data used in this study are secondary data obtained from various written sources. Data sources include books, scientific journals, articles, research reports, and other related documents that discuss the topic of learning and teaching. Result. Behaviorism theory, on the other hand, emphasizes the importance of external reinforcement in the learning process. According to Skinner, behaviors that are followed by pleasant consequences tend to be repeated, while behaviors that are followed by unpleasant consequences tend not to be repeated. Teaching methods based on behavior theory often use reinforcement, such as rewards and or punishment, to encourage desired learning behaviors. Constructivism emphasizes that learning is an active process in which students construct their own knowledge through exploration and experience. This approach encourages that use of project-based learning methods in which students engage in challenging projects that require problem solving, collaboration, and reflection burner. Discussion Behaviorism theory. Learning concept according to behaviorism, learning is a change in behavior as a result of the interaction between stimulus and response. In other words, learning is a form of change that is experienced in terms of the ability to behave in a way as an interaction between stimulus and response. A response is considered to have learning something if he can show a change in his behavior. For example, a child cannot yet do multiplication even though he has tried hard and his teacher had taught him diligently. If the child cannot yet practice multiplication calculation, then he is not considered to have learning because he has not been able to show a change in behavior as a result of learning. According to this change in behavior a result according to this theory, the most important thing is input in the form of stimulus and output the form of response. In the in the example above, stimulus is anything given by the teacher to his student, for example, a multiplication table. Teaching aids work guidelines or charting methods. According to this theory, the most important thing is input in the form of stimulus and output in the form of response. In the example above, stimulus is anything given by the teacher to his student. For example, a multiplication table. Teaching aids work guidelines or charting methods to help students learn, while response is the reaction or response of students to the stimulus given by the teacher. According to behaviorist theories, what happens between stimulus and response is considered unimportant because it what happens because it cannot be observed and cannot be measured. What can be observed is stimulus and response. Therefore, anything given by the teacher stimulus and anything produced by student response must all be measurable. Constructivism theory. Learning concept constructivism comes from a philosophy initiated by Mark Baldwin and further developed by Jean Piaget. The constructivism philosophical school of thought departs from Giambattista Vico epistemology, namely God is the creator of the universe and humans are the master of his creation. Vico in Vinasanjaya mentioned that knowledge cannot be separated from the person-subject nouns. Knowledge is a conceptual structure of the observing subject. The nature of knowledge in constructive philosophy influenced the concept of learning, that learning is not just memorizing, but the process of constructing knowledge through experience. Knowledge is not merely the process of constructing knowledge or experience. Knowledge is not merely the result of gifts from other people such as teacher, but rather the result of the construction process carried out by each individual. Knowledge resulting from notification will not be meaningful knowledge. Furthermore, Fisher stated that every childhood already has a cognitive structure which is then called a scheme. Schemes are from the format to experience. For example, a child plays with a cat and rabbit which both have white fur. Because of playing so often, he can get the difference between the two. Namely, cats have four legs, while rabbits have two legs. The more mature the child is, the more perfect the scheme he has. The process of perfecting the scheme is carried out through the process of changing the existing scheme until a new scheme is formed. Assimilation and accommodation are formed thanks to the student experience. Conclusion: Constructivism is a learning theory that emphasizes the active role of students in building knowledge through experience and interaction with the environment. The teacher acts as a facilitator, encouraging creativity, criticism, and problem solving. Constructivism focuses on the learning process and prioritize student activity. Behaviorism is a learning theory that emphasizes the role of the environment in shaping behavior. Student behavior is influenced by environmental factors such as rewards and punishments. The teacher acts as the regulator of the learning environment, emphasizing learning outcomes and encouraging discipline. The combination of constructivism in behaviorism can increase the effectiveness of learning. Teachers need to choose the right strategy to achieve learning goals. Implica- goals. Implication in education include the development of flexible curricula, active learning methods, the role of teacher as facilitator, and technology integration. Thank you so much for everything. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.